Chapter 14, 61. Weirdly Prosperous. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. The sovereign immortal aperture was filled with serenity and peace. Because without changes in weather or day and night, this place was completely still. Fang Yuan had rank 7 cultivation level. The sovereign immortal aperture was only a blessed land. There were no weather phenomena in blessed lands. Only at the brink of becoming a grotto heaven would such phenomena emerge. Even without atmospheric changes, the sovereign immortal aperture was not a dead land. It was filled with life. Many northern plains was colder, especially towards the extreme north. There was nothing there. After annexing Handong's blessed land, there was a spirit snake resource point managed by the pink spirit snake land spirit. Other than that, he had the bone burial field with lots of bone immortal materials. And to the south, Fang Yuan was trying to create a blood-red grassland with blood sickle grass and red axe flowers as the foundation, to let those pink flower rabbits, wolves, and foxes live in. In many central continent, there was a blood jay forest and mirror willow forest. They were grown here casually by Fang Yuan. He did not nurture them purposely. Their scale was not big. There was also a jade light pit that had light path mortal goo. In many western desert, his focus was on the eerie fire dragon python pit, the sand gull beach, rotten black swamp, rotting swamp, black hound mound, belonged to Liu Yong blessed land, managed by the black hound land spirit. There was also a new mortal goo house, corpse city, which Fang Yuan had obtained from western desert's translocation desert. Most of the immortal materials inside were traded to thousand transformations little was left. In many eastern sea, it was no longer a shallow body of water. It had a trace of an ocean's capacity, especially the two sea areas, Dragon Scale Sea Area and Wu Yi High Sea Area. For the former, Fang Yuan had invested a lot of finances and energy into creating this large-scale resource point. And for the latter, after annexing Wu Yi High's blessed land, the sea turtle was managing it for Fang Yuan. There were 3 ancient desolate beast horn divine tortoises, a field of ancient desolate plant silent corals, and 6 desolate beast white letter blue feather seagulls. Other than the 2 sea areas, there was a blood lake. It was not too big. Fang Yuan had used it to repair blood asset immortal goo earlier. He had kept it for now. The water of the lake has collected a lot of desolate beast and goo immortal blood. Below the blood lake, there were many shallow seas, arranged by Fang Yuan, specially to raise the air bubblefish, literature carps, jade carps, blood jade carps, and others. There was even an ancient desolate beast hidden room oyster. Fang Yuan had obtained it in Eastern Sea. The secluded domain of heaven and earth, reverse flow river, was also placed here. Mini southern border was the region with the most development among all of them. There was 5 Light Mountain, Immortal Succession Mountain, Become Dragon Mountain, Heaven's Ceiling Mountain, and a dozen other nameless mountains, as well as coiling thread caves and the stalactite cave. In the forest and underground, a small number of rockmen were living here. The vegetation included musical trees, tea streams, chi-death birds, and others, creating an ecosystem with great vitality. As for the miniature 9 heavens, Mini Red Heaven had a large number of year beasts and that immemorial year monkey. Fang Yuan had been paying attention to Mini Orange Heaven recently. There was the light shine fungi that made the scale of aurora lights expand rapidly, and more flowing light fruits were being nurtured within. Mini Yellow Heaven was very empty. There was only a tiny gold fragment current. Mini Green Heaven was completely empty, but Fang Yuan had placed dream realms in it previously. Mini Azure Heaven had the pill azure incense. This was the food of change, soul immortal goo. Fang Yuan had stored a batch in here last time. There was also a heavenly crystal storage pool. It was at the center of Mini Azure Heaven, but it was useless. Mini Blue Heaven had the most development among the miniature 9 heavens. There was a lot of cloud soil here, with lots of star path resources planted here, like arrow bamboo forest and the star fragment grass field, meteorite pit, and a huge floating star fragment island. It was Yelui Kunxing's blessed land. Fang Yuan had annexed it with the Star Core land spirit managing the place. There was also a falling star hound infant living here. It was very lonely, but it would clash with other desolate beasts and ancient desolate beasts elsewhere. After keeping it here, Fang Yuan rarely took care of it. In many purple heaven, there were groups of eagles. These eagles were desolate beasts and also ancient desolate beasts. Fang Yuan had sold immortal goo during the Dream Realm incident to purchase them. They had helped him to enslave the upper extreme heavenly eagle to survive the danger. They were extremely useful. Fang Yuan had wanted to sell them, but he could definitely not get immortal goo with them. It would be a huge loss. And since he took more than 80 eagle nests from Hay Tribe's headquarters, he could raise these eagles in them, even though it was not as amazing as the heavenly crystal eagle nest. In the remaining two heavens, Mini White Heaven had an eagle hound group, 3 ancient remnant heavenly dogs, and the plantation field of multicolored overlord flowers. Mini Black Heaven had no light at all. It was a special environment. There were only a few ancient, desolate plant-walking meat trees there. After collating all these assets, Fang Yuan was already on par with some rank 8 Gu Immortals. But for the size of the entire immortal aperture, these resources were too little. The reason? The sovereign immortal aperture was simply too large. In the 335,000 square kilometers of space, these resources only occupied a small amount of space. And in terms of the entire sovereign immortal aperture's development, assuming 100% of the space could be used, Fang Yuan was merely slightly above 3% now. 3% development. This was naturally not bad. It was a good thing. The sovereign immortal aperture had unparalleled prospects, but from another perspective, Fang Yuan had no confidence in when he would reach 100% development. This would be a huge task. He would need an extremely huge amount of time. Throughout history, Gu Immortals had created an evaluation of immortal aperture development. There were 7 levels. The first level was establishing mortal resources to produce mortal goo materials, and ordinary beasts and plants. These resources were in huge scales. Mortals could only raise 5 to 6 mortal goo at a time, but Gu Immortals raised millions of mortal goo at once. Fang Yuan even sold more than 100 million year goo earlier. The second level was to create immortal level resources and produce immortal materials. When this level is accomplished, the Gu Immortal will be able to produce food for their immortal goo self-sufficiently. The third level was to create an ecology to raise immortal beasts and plants. The fourth level was to use excess immortal materials, beasts, and plants to trade and earn profits. Looking at this, Fang Yuan was at the fourth level because he had a lot of business that were doing well to earn him lots of profits. Earlier in the year Gu business, Fang Yuan used his great strength to dominate the market in Treasure Yellow Heaven. The 3 sellers were completely helpless against him. But from another perspective, I am still at the second level because I have not reached self-sufficiency in feeding my immortal gum. Fang Yuan knew why. He had simply too many immortal goo. Rank 8, attitude, wisdom, sword, years flow like water. Rank 7, sword eyebrows, wave sword, flying sword, sword escape, year after, divination, tortoise shell, dragon breath, dragon scale, precaution, big, fight, affection, self-love, perseverance, reputation restriction, change soul, bloodline, dragon strength, formation flag, and others. Rank 6, self-strength, pulling mountain, pulling water, strength chi, spring autumn cicada, landscape as before, man as before, day, unravel mystery, vajra thought, dog shit luck, chi luck, woman's heart, blood asset, change form, star eyes, perceivable Tao, yellow sand, cleanse soul, luck inspection, connect luck, time luck, star thought, and others. For the last 4 including luck inspection, Fang Yuan had owned them before, but after the Battle of Yitia Mountain, due to change soul, Ying Wuxi took them away. Fang Yuan used his special will to destroy a few, but Ying Wuxi managed to preserve some of them in the end. Furthermore, there were some Wisdom Path Immortal Goo that Purple Mountain True Monarch left him, and the Time Path Immortal Goo that made up a portion of Graceful Chaotic Dual Stage. They would not be specified. Just counting these, there were more than 50. A shocking number. Most Goo Immortals were still desperately trying to find an Immortal Goo. In the Goo Immortal world, there were the most number of rank 6 Goo Immortals, and most of them had no Immortal Goo at all. Among the rank 7 and rank 8 Gu Immortals, some had 2 or 3 immortal Gu, while others had 5 to 6. But there was a rule: rank 6 Gu Immortals desire rank 6 Immortal Gu, rank 7 Gu Immortals desire rank 7 Immortal Gu, and rank 8 Gu Immortals desire rank 8 Immortal Gu, while rank 9 Venerables wanted rank 9 Immortal Governor. But Fang Yuan, he had more than 50 Immortal Gu. They encompassed rank 6, rank 7, and rank 8. And this was excluding Calamity, Beckoning Lent to Chudu, Wisdom Gu and Lungya Blessed Land, and Dark Limit Immortal Gu taken by Heavenly Court. There was also the Formation Spirit. It was created by an Immortal Gu. Fang Yuan's situation was too special. An otherworldly demon who had reborn, the hope of Red Lotus Demon Venerable, a former pawn of Heaven's Will, and the current leader of Shadow Sect, having countless true inheritances. Even though the journey was dangerous and filled with despair, one had to say, immense risk brought about immense benefits. Fang Yuan was weirdly prosperous now. Because of countless fortuitous encounters, he had the economic foundation of level 4 development, but he had not fulfilled the requirement of level 2. Feeding Immortal Gu had always been a huge burden and problem to him. But now, after so much hard work, I have finally gotten some hope of resolving this problem. Rank 9 Wisdom. Gu is fed by the profligate Lang Ya Land Spirit, and I have already solved the problem of food for the 3 rank 8 Immortal Gummiome. Next, I will complete my basic development and solve the feeding problem of the rank 6 and 7 Immortal Gu to reach self-sufficiency. Looking at it, Fang Yuan still did not have enough Immortal Essence Stones. Marriage connection with the snowmen? Fang Yuan pondered. When Shu brought him the Snow Lotus Essence, she also expressed the intention of a marriage connection. These variant humans spoke outrightly and directly. If I work by myself to solve the food issue, it will take a long time. But if I use a snowman, my progress will be rapid. What I lack most now is time. I am not against a marriage connection with the snowman.